Well, there was some question about wood in a handle mixing the heartwood, which is this, and the regular wood, and then the sapwood, which is on the outside. You really don't, I avoid those, the mix of the heartwood and the regular wood, but it's okay. Think of it like a carrot that has a core to it. They can tend to separate along that line between the two. What happens, okay, you've got a core, but you can see that the growth rings tighten up as they move closer to the core, to the heartwood. Now, the heartwood is basically dead wood. I mean, there's nothing going on there. All of your action really is on the outside here. And every year, that just adds that extra layer on there. And then they kind of pack themselves together. But that's where you can kind of tell the weather, what it's been, over that period of time. Because like right here now, we got a real wide one. So it was probably a very wet year. And these were dry years. But mixing the two, you don't want to get involved with the sapwood because that's really soft wood. So you don't really want that, any part of that in the handle. In fact, in anything, that's where the rot will always start first, or insects will start working. It's always in the sapwood because there's nourishment in the sapwood yet. Get in here, there's no nourishment. There's nothing here at all. I'll sometimes see like an oak, like what this big piece is. I can see where they will, insects will bore in like a ½ inch because there's still nourishment there. But that's as far as they'll go. There's nothing in when you get in further. And of course, the core on an oak isn't so big. The heartwood is just this part, right in here. This is ash. Where you really want to get your handle from, like I said, they get close. As you get to the heartwood, the rings are closer together. If you can get a handle out of that area there, this is a scrap from the handle that I made for that broad axe. And you remember, I split it, and then I cut out all the heartwood, and I cut out the sapwood. So I was left with just the regular wood, which is what I was looking for. So, no, I don't mix the two if I can help it. When you go look at handles, you'll see a lot of them that have heartwood mixed in. But I've never, I suppose I should buy one sometime and try it and see if it becomes a problem. But it's just easy, if I can find a good handle, like here's one I got the other day. I can see that grain is really well directional, just right straight across. Not a bit of any other coloring to it. You see a lot of them that have got the dark stuff in them. Like I say, this is a harder, really, really dead wood. There's no spring left in this stuff. And then to mix it with wood that's got some life left in it, between the two, I wouldn't do that. I could see if you're going to make like a hammer handle out of nothing but heartwood, I could see doing that. Probably really vibrate your hand. But mixing the two, I wouldn't. And I really wouldn't get near the sapwood because, like I say, that's just inviting disaster. I mean, that's really soft stuff. It takes years for that stuff to compress down again. But that's what insects go after. But right in there is the sweet spot. But like I say, this one handle here was simply done just the opposite. It's like that. But generally speaking, what you want is that area. And of course, the bigger the tree, the less of a curve you'll have to it. You know, the rings. I don't think that's too big a deal, but you wouldn't want to have curves and then get involved with a streak of heartwood, you know, right down the middle of your handle. I actually think that might peel off. Just separate much like the core does on a carrot.